job creation, an opinion piece from CNN that their plan would generate jobs, capital increase, clearly create job as well as now veterans off their too competitive as cards and reads, and this is only about entrepreneurship. The capital soft plan 2 has payroll taxes after the acts of short-term entrepreneurship. Young persons are totally responsible for that job, and that job and that kind of growth gives banks confidence in young firms and incentivizes innovative hiring technologies, and their on cards from somebody whose qualifications include half-cup swimmer, half-cup runner, and one guide who smiles. And only says that the free flow of money is key plank 1 solves by allowing shareholders to vote on company adheres to owners. The obviously requires allowing efficient use of public capital access is there. Short-term innovation investors know what we're at machine and 10 data from the period like this is not entirely forcing corporate self-employment, better diversification, but this is definitely not going to cause entrepreneurs supporting high-tech industry to go on more likely even substance high-tech industry nuclear opportunity entrepreneurship around immigrants and their authors can see their uninformed and strangler and setting these numbers are just small self and houses society same circumstances important one thing design policy see something entirely different. We need to know the universality but it's not because the entrepreneurs is not clear cut is so quiet that we don't understand the visa itself is useless means that it's all better business insider and the visa depends too much on investors how many people invest in a recommendation for it and writing it supporting group that they don't want to do dirty things out of people like rabbits online or just marketing companies that start outside the institutional investment and investors should be sustained for city for entrepreneurs makes it makes it figure everything to come on business and how products and the high cost or even higher the case of every country the that's why entrepreneurs themselves ultimately by starting their own home countries just make it how find investors are qualified investors make it more whatever means long that might be $1 million plus the pieces we stand for real estate practices people start to by the visa guys now they read a couple pieces notice about tax exemptions out there and it's actually simply action of the capital and let's see if it's pretty phenomenal says it solves all their return lanes now the other kind of it. Permutation do but they would make the plans visas available and make current H-1B holders eligible for EB-5 visas at the end of their H-1B eligibility links to bring her D and makes immigrants from outside the U.S. eligible. That's a premise that just said the capital only makes people eligible who are already here on H-1B visas. No, that migration is the U.S. rule with capital alone becomes worse for solving the case and capital is better for several reasons. First is fraud and revenue generation requires requirements means that immigrants who accept plans visas will be forced into fraud to keep their visas null and to the same like first all revenue requirements sustainable is better for use and fraud in all the cases in the type of visa program and the sake but also investor policies disclosures of credit companies allowed to do this interpretation be this based on the case of possible fits and ID and separate species to be immigrants will become a and simple course following regularly undefinable fraud is responsible to completely by both the integrity and policy objectives of our immigrant program to hide this fraud on my total competencies these program for French is crucial element because they have a problem political repromotion of these programs usually to play also competencies for and national interest into industrial leverage immigrant entrepreneurs take plans these will be subject to minimum capital requirements against investors huge leverage costing visa class of startups as corporate intended and visa requires to pay the instrument of the investors and the investor entrepreneurs practices the active capacity funders will affect the entrepreneurs come to business over life you have to raise what I have you get to part of how many friends will the investor be able to leverage the startup visa acting the interest is getting entrepreneurs to have an investor not the other way around and makes not business and select companies that starting gurus invested outside the investment in 3 is real estate capital but requirements mean that at least will go where the capital is guaranteed like real estate projects not tax purposes will re-intend the act doesn't make zero qualified investor like women initially so just as a single city these quality terms of people successful business will be able to get the business to the but as I bring VC initially make turn it around and so that's the company money from it starts out qualified investor qualified investor means to be able any all the numbers of $1 million even will come to a possible for most VC be accepted for real estate projects like the natural services that started VC as envision for is bailing tying green cards for environmental generation means some goals raise investment to get a green card then bail on the project will re-intend the start of VC will be after investors invest for an entrepreneurial self-select away from it either by starting the companies in the home country or by waiting to enough money to get the theory practice of which one may be too late because happy video or includes the category startup business for the entrepreneurs get a green card right within initial $1 million after 2 years they're accepting $1 million and even price of the qualified investor bill to start a company on the purpose to be that for everyone including the investors now they say permutation they do the capital obviously separates out of the entire function of the app they change the requirements for the E5 the entire affects the entire separate category people separate about destroys and they destroy the all fair and ground makes out conditional now multiple conditional rules good destroys optimal housing and configuration limited to one applicants artificially insulates the applicants have had option 2 is high choices first the 2 easy to recognize and respond to treatment interactions to get keep from practical apathy 3 is not a single interest makes the applicants consider all opportunity costs and choose proposals for or negative 2 arbitration of these cases applicants focus the that happens to use 5 double volunteers houses something to put and sometimes shift out their based on marginal differentials now they say they say do both against obviously doesn't apply they say high tech innovations but evidence is got an entirely separate and they say category B software the fraud that's all done but now the H-1B says compliance not an H-1B visa but instead the people whose H-1B visa expire being able to access the actual plan the capital solves every advantage is the case without increased migration flows in the U.S. offering the startup visa with minimal capital requirements insurance which restriction the best startups and there's a full $1 million potential startup partners in the U.S. already on H-1B visa these are people who already have proven their high skilled many of them want to start businesses and massively improving even if 10% of them sorry visas better than the case of study shows that rural workers are highly likely to want to be entrepreneurs will win and elsewhere that the plan is more likely to Other sectors. Competitiveness. Startup visas and immigrants are key to competitiveness more intensely now. While venture happens rather than having diluted or accessible to mismanagement and corruption, the immigration process and increased competition in American entrepreneurs. It's how venture happens by this myth that we immigrants for individual, we have more immigrants than we have in our country than our companies. Worse than plans visas won't get to. Tech startups no one there's nothing that requires the entrepreneurs that should focus on tech sector as opposed to real estate or paying whatever the pandemic purpose to do is investment from South Africa. She buys offshore natural reduces the tech or green carbon and Paris investment for foreign nationals into endangered search without stops and big plan. Plan that works because of massive leverage these. That's a go regard. Plan increasing risk for investment by making everything depend on political definitions. Successful startup that's over and tentatively insert these actions in the increase rather than decreasing the risk for entrepreneurs. Launching the startup by definition may be taking one risk to start these putting free increasing the entrepreneur by making these states which would make literally everything depend on success and not the business success with some success as Congress to find the stars to be so way and actually makes a high cost of failure, high refusal rate, starting no failure rate, agreement from the other country desperately want to join the first place, venture capital firms die all the time, don't leave commitments to startups means playing causes, deportation, that's all what happens to venture funds exist, it happens all the time, 10 million over the 3-year period of the process fails to funding part of the business. What happens to deportation? The only offer for the foreign entrepreneurs to get out of the deal, and investment for operating with individual permanent resident status to raise 1 million and revenue in the chase of the sacrifice of the funds program, assuming AMO startups to be consulting businesses for large firms that use H-1Bs and means immigration bureaucrats will scrutinize and micromanage all startup business guarantees to start fidelity and heavy difficulty importing to startup requirements program residents U.S. is ineligible to valuable less than the people in the great lengths of security many foreigners will and necessary conditions for our 250,000 draft of possible signing business plan meets the legal requirements. Let's take a second round.
Okay, let's start with case arguments then.
Sure.
You read this card on competitiveness?
Yeah.
It says that they're not key, right? The moron card, well, it's not really a moron, his name's moron. It says, there's this myth that we need immigrants to do our innovation. We have more immigrants than we've ever had, and our economy is worse. This guy makes some random connection between our bad economy and immigrants. It's like some correlation, not causation. That's the only warrant in this evidence.
That's not the only sentence in that card. And
read another
that
argument in that card, besides the causation correlation fallacy.
Are you talking about the second card?
Yes.
Barry expresses concerns about mismanagement and corruption in the immigration process.
The first card, sorry.
Yeah, I'm reading a line out of that card. Barry expresses concerns about mismanagement and corruption in the immigration process, increased competition in American entrepreneurship, and stop venture capital market.
Okay, yeah, increased competition, probably a good thing.
Corruption in the immigration process and mismanagement, those are other warrants that he uses.
Sure,
We
what is
also
corruption
said
and
that
mismanagement?
more
Those aren't arguments, those are assertions. What management and corruption is he talking about?
I think he's talking about the mismanagement and corruption in the immigration process. We actually have a lot of
Let's talk about that too, that doesn't mean anything. Okay,
let's talk about
a
lot of our other cards talk
the
about
Gobri evidence you read. Gobri wrote this big long article about startup visas. He thinks the entire thing is bad, not just the investor's requirement. In this card you read on case, it says it would increase the risk by making the stakes so much bigger because there are lots of conditions under the investor's requirement. There's a condition that you have to create jobs, and there's another condition that you have to get revenue. Counterplan still does those things. Gobri thinks doing those things increases risks, so the counterplan links to all of these fraud arguments, I guess.
No, it doesn't. All of those cards are in the context of requiring investors.
No. If you read the Gobri article, it's about why the whole entire startup is. And the warrant in this article is that having conditions on people is bad because that puts pressure on them to succeed or get deported. Not a condition, but all conditions.
Okay, those deportations and the warrants that we read, maybe if you want to stand up and read other cards that I don't think you read in the 2AC about why the counterplan doesn't solve effectively, you're welcome to do that. But we read a lot of cards about why the venture capital requirement in the plan text is a bad requirement. That requirement means
and they're Gobri cards. I'm just pointing out that they're out of context.
They're not out of context. Even if there are other things he isolates, that does not mean he doesn't also say that the venture capital requirement is bad.
Sure. Okay, so fraud, yes, the counterplan in the plan. You read on the other counterplan. Read this evidence that the Kauffman Foundation admits that they don't know anything about the startup visa. All of your solvency evidence is from the Kauffman Foundation. Half of ours is not. They admitted that they don't know anything about it.
I don't think that's an argument I made in my speech, but if it is, I think we make a lot of other self-experiments. But I really think
sure.
that
What was
the card says.
Their authors concede they're uninformed. Stengler Tim. You read that card?
No, I marked the card on this. I think you have a page that I read.
So you read those cards.
I mean, I want to make sure if you were grabbing them.
You didn't read Shane 10, I'm pretty sure.
Did you you grab them as I flip them, then sure. But this is not about our authors. This is about policymaking in the context of entrepreneurship.
Can we get any chewy?
Yeah. The Tracy stuff to interview. Did you get back the 2AC stuff? Or the counterpunts, 2ACs? You got them right?
Did we get back the 2ACs? The counterpunts 2ACs?
Did we get them back?
Yeah.
Did you have their 2ACs?
The counterpunch 2ACs.
Yeah, that's what I asked.
Oh, you want those? Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Do you mind passing me that box? There's one over there. That'll be the jobs advantage, and then the warming advantage,
Okay.
and then politics, overshoot, China, Russia. You all set? You can do that again.
No, I need the order again. Sorry.
Jobs, warming, politics, overshoot, China, Russia.
Yep.
We're all good?
They don't answer our argument, the 2AC, no new warning, our arguments are to answer again, this is in case of terrorist deter, thereby eventually U.S. nuclear response, they won't use violence specifically relevant, whether they committed the diseases they won't do it against U.S. children, prefer arms, it speaks to things like deterrence theory, the calculation terrorists have committed not, as irrational as they think they are now warming, either there's no warming now, our telegraph is pretty qualified, and it says a lot of sources, ice caps are melting is fat, as the IPCC predicted, and even if there's a small increase in temperature, will cause any massive changes or second extent, so what I'm seeing indicate, this is all exaggerated, they can't solve any of the arguments, it's a big point, is there actually the signs are that big moving class size starting to decline models to the direction, underestimating a little warming after the carbon there, there's a little chance that the big less than 2 degrees Celsius and Celsius. Is there any way we can only cross over to far the rest of Solomon? You got to climate scientists, there's carbon is already been already released. If they had a year after 1,000 years into the world year, there's been carbon mission of 0, meaning they're repeating more percent of the rising area that should be reversible now. Politics team we're not going for, we'll consider should start this on roll to not to become that's the plan to the plan of the brain drain DAs are the brain drain DAs are if they're not the data means the negative get it absolutely DAs there's somewhere around their plan also consider effective the defense can win and then offense on this one now they overshoot DA we're not going to see the to the plan and the plan doesn't and it doesn't lead to nothing but immigrants and the other immigrants with overconsumption they can't solve for warming air quality emphasis today and any increase in immigration causes ecological overshoot ecological overshoot increase emissions much faster and then the plan could possibly solve another China day we're not going for we'll concede the argument that Russia will trap the Chinese Chinese investors choose first and even bigger links to the brain drain DA they say quotas from Moscow news emphasis that it's not just people with the money they break for it in the plan and it's not a ton of people they will study to create their startup companies in Silicon Valley instead of vocal law and also let's answer the interest here remittances don't for our link food and go to families insisting not being involved in the project and investors in their evidence to immigration immigrants return not to the asking family permanent residents to the plan their spot and by temporary returning and as a brain circulation created by things like H1Bs the plan is not a result of each per evidence to Russia and says that it is a representative model in terms of investment and grants and their arguments are very long-term if they win them our actual evidence is now is crucial for the non-Russian Silicon Valley in office speaks are peaceful and the Russian high-tech sector the RT intended mandate and wants to reverse the brain drain and attract people from Russia the little debate startups and he feels respected to return there are the companies to the headquarters they strong lobby to introduce special they'll start things within the country of the American and these for entrepreneurs introduced to be on the challenge president many of his ambitions in the STEM brain drain and our foster high-tech sector startups in Russia and the link is short-term and the threshold is low the global investment needs closely to Russian circle logo Alexander Rudolph attended team circle was supposed to be unique compared to Silicon Valley and roles of advanced research communities watching closely to Russia for research for the media similar both of the industry with market out actually Russia DA itself investment is high now and this is super slow well that's our Moscow news evidence kind of these results of Britain it's also kind of the phone system major board filter and it says that way from Russia that the economy decline and the results are lashing out and the results were also lashing out there do not apply and there is a super massive collapse with the result and with their not able to increase their IT sector and they make a couple unique startups but their evidence written by their evidence written by US companies obviously they don't want to lose the investments they're talking down about how Russian companies are doing their Moscow times and evidence is that Russia has implemented a bunch of reforms they're attracting that brain drain they're trying to brain drain now and establishing government support for Sokovo the answers there the words Syrian market and corporate news and 1927 the Duke of legislation Sokovo so the high-tech centers include technology the logical infrastructure more condition the finance and make forward is just have a brain drain from our country, and there's no brain drain at foreign Russians are moving from Russia. As we bring to Russia and invest in Sokolov, already I know Vosty, the Russian government is ready to contact stock performance in the end of the qualified professionals who brought the bill, includes professionals who are vocal professionals, encourage and full professionals primarily. Each of the systems will vote project to win. And those positive track professionals, they probably will. They will turn on goes first foreign professional interest in Russia as a work destination and say that Sokolov is succeeding now, goes to Russia by 21. The conference is going to mention creating the Russian Indian times that massive creating working the international investment club. We've got for the best which will work to international scale, and Russia's enacting legal reforms to solve all the reasons why people won't invest now. That's not for news and tech Russia. It's receiving approval over already also been designed. And we think this is kind of abortion after 4 borders, and elections marching. And I'm calling specialists in the pipeline, the plan of launch capital. No, the inside to Russia's first capital, we have a very capital for it. This very positive trade general red tape. Inside this was Russia, the city of Bombay, are excited by the legal changes now. They make a name in defense arguments that it's war long, and just said that the economic crisis does not affect Russia or RCDF indicates that vote club is crucial. It was diversifying the economy, is where Evan Slansky insects the IIT industry in Russia's one of the few non-national resources where which the economy has participated in more markets in a competitive way. It has the high global human capital Russia. Companies are looking to track record for global. Outside solutions go through human capital. Because we're going to go through economic transfer Russia's role in the world economy. Russian growth practice such as the most important that to prevent and the resurgence of Russian expansion. That as it also claps US-Russian relations as Colin and I in economic Russian students strategic to the US security policies, arising from the difference between our German export market, and rescuing from the policy that allows us to export services in the sector economy supported by reforms model of the national institute for preventing authoritarian nationalism, and prior Russia to fall, and EU appeals policy where in order for us to economic review or battles of optimization that causes succession and nuclear war blank, and I know that violent ideological survival, innovation powers that help to go to war with each other in Russia, which I urge everything that is to prevent nuclear interests and wars breakouts of UD, national crisis from the escalated, and they would be used deliberately in relation to solve everything, including war, which was the case Taylor, and the US could even have self-control problems for Russia. It's a little while large land and resources to equal. It's I ran out of Korea, the same regions for the international global balance for me. All matters of creating over research included in the region, and environmental issue more the great knowledge. Is ever have basic humanity also, and so the circle can also solve already to add innovation of plants, also observers wants to have it in the United States and Russia. Is improving the restriction on business means and problems. Is this probably solves the case as well. And Russia had causes nuclear accidents while on Himmel. And I know if you're to whether the nuclear system is in short of just in part Russia, and Russia should be beyond this, so nuclear system beyond control of breathing. It's much more serious during a crisis, and cause extinction wins in one. I know the 2 minutes Russia can launch about the missiles of predetermined targets and the more disseminated size missile. Those causing cloud retracement and have an entire nuclear, it would be nuclear this huge all of us.